Everybody's telling me I'm live, Chris, but I guess I am. But welcome to Meyerville. Who, me? No. Actually, I don't want to start this at all. Not. I mean, I'm being dead serious. Because today we're not talking about beginnings, Chris, and starting things. That's not what today's theme is. Today's theme is about things coming to an end. Hey, this is Rob Meyer, Meyerville, WHIT, WHITradio.org. On the other side of the glass, we have Chris Pluchino. Chris Pluchino. I just combined these guys. Can you guys even hear me in there? Really?
My mother's name was Chris Pluchino.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's something else, huh? How that came up just
but
like
we
that.
should be celebrating.
No, we will, and we'll get to the celebration part, believe me.
All right. Not a funeral. We don't want a funeral.
No, not yet.
All right.
So we got Chris on the other side of the glass.
Right.
And John, I'm going to do something special today.
Okay.
I think I'm going to bring Chris inside the studio.
Into the sauna bath?
Yes.
Into the sauna.
Because I feel very confident we have...
we got Katie.
Today we could call the show Meyerville or Mayerville.
Mayerville or Meyerville, right.
Because we have one of our new superstars.
Right.
Katie Meyer.
Yes.
Incredible. I'll tell you what, she's cutting a PSA right now. She's in here working the radio station.
Right.
This is a kid who's dedicated.
Right.
Dedicated.
And this is a kid that came in last year, and she didn't think it was for her.
That's right.
She thought, what am I doing here, right? And
then she met me and Mr. DePiero, and it was like, oh,
she just blossomed.
I agree.
Right.
So I think we're going to let her run the show today.
I agree.
At some point, we're going to. Mr. DePiero doesn't. He looks confident, but not. What's up, Chris? Wow.
What's up, Rob? How you doing, pal? Good to see you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back where it all started, right here, WHIT. They should write a song about this. It should go something like this. Let me see if I can come up with it right off the top of my head.
I think you can.
Let's see. Baby. No, let me think. Baby, if you ever worried whatever became of me, I'm living on the air on Tunnelly Avenue, on the WHIT. Ooh, WHIT with John Pluchino.
Nice.
All right. I like it.
That's not bad.
Not bad. You just made it up, too.
Right off the top of my head, Katie.
You wrote that last night.
Songs and lyrics. All right, I did. I wrote it last night.
That. No one's that good.
I did. I wrote it last night. Wowee. So, I'll tell you what. I got up this morning, and I was down. That's why I was late. Well, my car wouldn't start. But I was, like, down. Because I said to myself, Self, you've been here at the Hudson County Schools of Technology for 10 years.
10
right?
years.
10 years.
Wow.
And I came in, Katie, as a caterpillar. Right?
Yes.
And in the mists, I hope. In the midst. M-I-D-S-T, right?
The butterfly's coming out.
I'm in the midst of becoming a butterfly, all right?
In the midst.
In the middle. All right? So, right now, where does the caterpillar go to become a butterfly, or Katie? What's that thing called? Yeah, not around here. Around here, we go into the platoon.
Oh, the platoon.
Yeah, that's right. That's where we grow. Students, and I'm certainly not a student, but sometimes with John, who's the capo de tutti capi, the godfather of WHIT radio, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Johnny P, King Strut. Man, oh man, oh man. I got up today and I was like, this is it?
This is it.
This is really it?
This is the final.
All this time of working?
Final version.
Wow.
Final.
Now, lead us all through this in Radio Land. You wake up this morning, right?
Right.
You open your eyes.
Right.
Okay. Now, you still sleeping in that inverted thing where you hang upside down like a bat?
Not anymore.
No more.
No more.
But it helped.
His cave.
It helped. It helped.
Really?
Yeah. I have herniated discs
Yeah.
in my back.
Now, how'd you get that?
Rowing.
Weightlifting.
Rowing.
No kidding.
Rowing machine. So
Really?
I
The
damaged
rowing
my back.
machine hurt your back.
That's what happened.
Operator error. Or was there something wrong with the machine?
Well, I was using it wrong. I wasn't using the proper procedure or whatever. I was pulling with my back instead of my legs.
Oh.
So I damaged my back. Then I was in a few car accidents.
Really?
That didn't help. And so I've always had,
How many of the car accidents were your fault?
none.
None of them.
I don't think. I was
don't
stopped
think.
on Broad Avenue
Mm-hmm.
and at
You
a
stopped
light.
them?
At a light.
At a light or in the middle of the street?
Light.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the Palisades garbage truck decided that it couldn't stop, and it got plowed into a car right behind me.
I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
John, you're trying to tell a story, and Chris is over here like a baboon.
What are you doing?
I stepped in front of the camera. All right, you know what?
No, because I'm
I'm gonna go
being
watch
dead
your
serious
kids,
too.
Mr. Meyer. How about that?
No, because I'm trying to be serious. Not
Right.
trying. I am being serious.
Pick it up.
Right.
You're on Broad Avenue with a. Go ahead.
Waited at a light, and then all of a sudden, I feel this thing plowing into my car. It was the car behind me, but the car behind that
It was
car
a chain reaction.
was a garbage truck, Palisades Park garbage truck, plowed into the car behind me.
Wow.
And then that car plowed into me.
And how did the guy in between you guys
Not
wind
good.
up?
Not good. And I wasn't good either. They had to carry us out.
Wow.
Wait, what? Use the jaws of life to cut the door
well,
open?
I don't know the jaws of life. I think on the other guy they might have done. I lucked out because that car was a buffer.
I happen to have with me, Chris.
John has a lot of buffers.
I have
Yeah, I
a lot
know.
of buffer.
I happen to have with me. What year was that, John?
1980 something in the 80s.
Yep. Actually, I'll tell you, it was November 1987.
No.
Because I have a piece of paper here. That's the reason I brought it up.
Right.
Because very much in the spirit of John Pluchino, these
Right.
guys, you could say they practically saved your life, those guys.
Yes.
Okay, let me read the letter of complaint he wrote
That's amazing. You have that.
to the Fairview Ambulance Squad.
You do your homework, Mr. Meyer.
You did your homework.
Dear Fairview Ambulance Squad, when your, I don't know why you put this in quotes, heroes tried saving me the other day, they scratched my car with the jaws of life.
Yes.
Now, wouldn't you say that's inappreciative?
I would say that's not being very appreciative. Yes, I would agree with that.
But you're a guy,
Right.
yeah, you get knocked because of this, but you're a guy, if you have a gripe,
Yes.
you're going to air it.
Yes.
Is that true?
I griped this morning. My newspaper wasn't delivered.
Well,
once
you still
again.
get the newspaper delivered, huh?
Yes, every morning.
Wow.
But lately, it's been very sporadic. Spotty, yes.
You know, it's not a little kid delivering the paper anymore, like you did in Bergenfield.
No, it's not.
What'd you deliver?
The record.
You delivered the record.
Yes, I did. I was honor carrier.
Honor carrier.
2 years, honor carrier. I had 125 customers.
125 customers, and it would be the classic thing on the bike, or you would go walking around with these papers?
I had a cart,
You had a cart,
no bike.
and you would throw the paper
No, I
to the front. You'd walk it up and put it in the front door.
Yes, I did.
Classy. And on Christmas time, you get some tips and maybe some.
Yes,
yeah,
some.
really.
Some.
And who would give you the best tip at Christmas time?
Some of the people, generally, the paper costs 33 cents
A week.
for the whole week.
Right, 33 cents.
Some
a week.
people would give me a 35 cents,
Okay.
a 2-cent tip
Okay.
after a whole week of delivery. So it was a little. I had to go back and collect from them. So not only did I deliver the paper, I had to go back and collect money from them.
That's a lot of responsibility for a 9-year-old kid.
Well, I was a little older than that, 15, 14, something.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And this is where you learn how to collect money.
Yeah.
Door to door.
Or not collect money. A lot
Uh-huh.
of people did not pay. or would say, I only owe you 2
As we
weeks.
take this trip down memory lane, I happen to get an MP3 mailed to me.
Right.
There's been a lot of work towards this show, John.
I know.
Months and months and months of research.
Staying up all night.
All day and all night. And I got, Chris,
Yo.
I received an MP3 that was converted
Right.
from a recording, okay, of John in 1963 collecting money for the newspapers.
Right.
I have an audio tape.
Can we
You
play
weren't
it?
even
I'm
born
going to
then.
play it back.
How'd you get it?
They mailed it to me. One of your customers, the husband was an engineer for Bell Laboratories.
Is it the cassette right in the machine?
Yes, hold on, let me put the cassette in the machine. It's old school.
Yeah. It's amazing what they can do with it. You gotta crank it.
Crank it up.
Yeah, crank it and wind it. This is a Bolex 563i, reel-to-reel portable, they consider this. You believe that? Let me just crank it.
Crank it.
The crystal starts to wear out a little bit after a while in these, is what happens, like a quartz watch. Okay, now we can play it back. Let me get... See. All right.
You working?
Okay, hold on one second. All right. There it is. Here we go. Okay, let me hit the play button. All right, it's playing now.
All right.
Hello? That must be the lady's voice. Hello, who is it? Did you have British people living in your neighborhood, John?
No.
Hello? It's John Pluchino out here. I want my $1.33. You owe me 5 weeks. I'm horribly sorry. You'll have to come back when the man of the house is here. I just hit the pause button.
Right.
That's weird how they use those old colloquialisms, huh, Chris? The man of the house.
All right.
Well, let's keep playing and see what happens. Listen, I've been trying to collect this money for 6 weeks. They owe me $1.33. I want exact change. Oh, hit the pause button. John, you sounded very threatening.
Yes, because I needed the money at the time.
You needed the money.
Yes. But
Hey, in all seriousness, it
I'm
wasn't
going to
easy.
go back in history. When you get a chance, I'm going to go
Okay.
back in history. How JP, the legend,
Yeah.
became a broadcaster.
You're reading my mind, because I was just going to... It wasn't easy for you as a kid in Bergenfield.
Wasn't.
In all seriousness.
Listen, when I was 6, I had blonde hair, a lot more hair, and curly. And in my neighborhood, I was one of the only males.
Mm-hmm.
And there was about 7 or 8 girls in the neighborhood that were about a year or two older. And they all had their tea sets and everything. So every month for about a year and a half, I got married.
Oh,
Actually
I see.
with a tea set and everything. So it was traumatic because after every month they got tired of me and then they get married to somebody else.
And
so,
you'd have to move on.
So I had to move on. So I got married about 8 times in a year, and it became so traumatic to me that at 9 I had to express myself, act it out. So we had shows in my garage, and
Oh, really?
And every month there would be a show, and that's how I attribute that traumatic experience to becoming a broadcaster. So,
Really?
So
You were always in demand, is what
I
is what
was
you're
in
telling me.
demand at 6 and 7.
You were like a little Lord Fauntleroy.
Right. If you saw me, I had blonde hair and curly blonde
hair,
Yep.
blonde curly hair.
Blonde curly hair, and
Okay.
they passed me around.
Is that right?
They passed me around from one. I realized at that time how fleeting romance can be. So.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Right. So it was a very difficult time, and then instead of going to a shrink, which we didn't have back then,
Right.
Nobody went there.
Sure.
You kind of act it out, and you try to get it out of your system.
You felt like you needed one bad, but it wasn't available,
No.
so you had to discover different venues. Okay.
Right.
Right. You
Different
had to-
outlets.
You knew there was something horrifically wrong up there.
Right.
Just how to deal with it.
Right.
I got you. Okay. So we have in the studio now our first live guest.
Wow.
Here's a guy you've been working with, all right? Since I'd say 1998.
Okay.
96.
There he is.
95.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny Rackow.
Mr. Dan Rackow.
Mr. Dan Rackow. Move a
over.
little this way, Danny. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Mr.
like,
Danny Rackow is on the air.
it's like
We're
the
gonna have-
backward mirror.
Yes,
You
it
move
is.
left. Don't look at it. Just
Don't look at it.
Got more
Now I'm going to tell you something. Mr. Rackow did not have to be here today.
No.
Okay?
No.
He did
He
not.
came in special. This is not his day off.
Yes. All joking around the side. The guy
This is
came
true.
in on his day off. Wow, look at you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in, Danny.
Where's John? I can't
He's on
see
the
him.
other side of the glass.
Other side
He's
of the
back
glass.
I'm waving to you,
Cut to
John.
John.
Can
All
you
right.
see me?
Yeah, I'm waving
There
to
he
you.
is.
Other side.
Wait, John.
There,
There
he
he is.
Yeah. You've been working with John a long time.
Probably since 95.
I was trying to think of the year. So you've been here since 95.
I think so.
Wow, it's really happening. That's 20 years.
Wow. I'm still like 27 years old, which is great.
Well, yeah.
We're talking mentally, though, right?
Yes. Mentally, we all are.
Yes. We haven't grown
forever,
up yet.
Forever 13.
The good news is when I talk to John in the hallways, we always talk about sports and music, so we're still back in, the 60s, and we're still young at heart.
You know,
we
John
still get
was in a-
excited and mad about sports. And
Oh, really? Mad. Well,
Mad.
you guys are all the same fans of the same teams, though. Knicks.
I think he likes the Jets better than the Giants. I'm a
Oh,
Giant
yeah.
fan.
That's right. We can't agree
I
on
think
everything.
he's a Jets
I
fan.
am a Jet fan, but I'm a closet Giant fan.
Closet Giant fan.
Closet Giant fan.
But I
he's a
think,
Jets
are you
fan.
a Nick fan?
I'm a Knick fan, but I sort
I
of
like the Yankees, the Giants.
Oh,
every
Andrew
day.
Paul.
Oh, that must
Enough
be
said.
Andrew.
Yes, that's enough said.
Andrew.
Andrew's a superstar here on WHIT Radio.
This is
Oh, look,
true.
it's Daniela.
Danielle is here.
Hey, Chris, you know what? We're going to take just a 2-minute break.
Yeah.
Just so I can go take attendance. We got Danny Rackow. We're going to come back so we can really start getting into your years here
Okay.
at High Tech High School.
All right.
More about Bergenfield. All right.
The growing
And-
years.
Yeah, that's right. And then we got to talk about where you're going because the guy's retiring now down to
Slickerville.
Slickerville, New Jersey.
Slickerville.
All right. And we have a lot to talk about.
Is there really a Slickerville? Is that for real?
That's a real town.
I
No
heard
way.
it's real. I
That's
heard
He's
not
going to
true.
get there and it's going to be Slicker-er.
Slicker.
We may call the mayor of Bergenfield when we get back on. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know the new one.
I don't know him either. We want some respect, though, on today. We're hanging it up after all
Okay.
these years.
Putting
We're going
up
to do
the
some
cleats.
math,
We should-
Katie. If
we
you
should
can
just-
calculate how many days exactly Mr. Pluchino has worked.
Right.
Danny?
No.
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 It's a lot.
When you love your job, you don't work.
We're looking up.
That's true. When you love your job, you never work a day. That's true.
So I would say most days fit that bill.
Or as they say, if you can get 2 other guys to work for you that'll do everything, you'll never work a day in your life. Did you know that, Chris, or no? Chris missed that one?
Yeah, Chris missed that one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chris. He has no earphones on. We can just
You
talk
missed the
about
best
Chris.
joke.
I'm trying.
You missed
And
the
that was
best
it,
joke.
Chris. How'd you like that?
I was trying to produce him.
John said if you like what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
He must love what he does.
Well, no, I said, or if you find 2 guys that'll do all your work for you, you'll never work a day in your life. Is that true, John? Let's
true.
take a break. We don't have to talk about
All
that
right.
right now. We'll be right back after they take attendance. You're listening to Meyerville on WHIT Radio, WHITradio.org.
It's funny I crashed in Meyerville.
The bell rings with a ding, and Kelsey has some questions to sing. So without further ado, let's get to Beat the Bell, the game show that happens in between classes here at High Tech. Now I'm going to ask you a series of questions and just answer them as fast as you can before time runs out, okay? Name 3 of Santa's reindeer.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. Rudolph. Dasher. Comet.
What is Mr. Meyer's favorite holiday cookie?
Sugar cookies?
Sugar cookie, yes, that's right. In the Charlie Brown Christmas special, how much does Lucy charge for psychiatric help?
Oh, $5 cents. 5 cents. 5 cents.
I think Mr. Meyer is giving out for free, but that's what I heard. And what brought Frosty the snowman back to life?
A hat. Elsa?
If you guys didn't hear that, they said Elsa, and that's pretty true, yes, Elsa. At Christmas time, it is customary to exchange kisses under what plant?
Mistletoe.
And I think we have some right around here, don't we, guys? Congratulations, you just beat the bell. Yes, it's the mistletoe. And I think we have some right here. Yes, yay, Giselle, you just won Beat the Bell. Congratulations. I think we have some right over here. Congrats, Luana.
檻と中に